What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we probably have the hardest rebuild challenge there is. Okay, maybe not hardest rebuild challenge, but hardest realistic rebuild, because the Hornets are going to be a tough task, let me tell you, because Kemba Walker is about to be a free agent. We're going to have to give him as much money as possible for him to stay, and then we're going to have to build a team around him in the same offseason, basically trying to free up some money, because as we all know, the Hornets have made a lot of stupid decisions in the past. But let's try to do the best we can. I'm gonna go ahead and make my head smaller, that way you guys can see what's that's a little too. Okay, facing Milwaukee in the first round. So honestly, guys, if Milwaukee drew this first round matchup, it's a sweep. There's no way. All the Bucks would have to do is to put like Chris Middleton, Brogdon, or just double team Kemba the whole time. You're gonna have to force other players to make shots. Take Kemba out of the series, and I think you're golden. I think Milwaukee will have an easy run with that. So Charlotte, I think, will be one of the easiest teams to defend in the playoffs. I mean, we saw the Pelicans do it to the Blazers last year. They just basically locked down CJ and Lillard, and it was over. So I wasn't expecting to go far. I mean, the Hornets still could make the playoffs this season, which is great for them. But yeah, man, we got to find a way to build around Kemba Walker this offseason. So this is a realistic Hornets rebuild, but keep in mind, guys, this is going to be one of the harder ones I've done so far because of just how much money there is going into this horrible team. It's not horrible, but it's just not. Like, the roster you're paying for is just not it's just not what you want to be paying for, in my opinion. So the Warriors win the championship over the Celtics. So let's get into this offseason, and it is time to hopefully turn this team around. So let's go to straight to league meetings. Direct to all these. The draft lottery. We are going to have the 15th pick, which I'll take that. Staff signing, we got James Barango. He is a brand new head coach. I'll keep him just because I think the Hornets wouldn't fire him after one season, especially since he's almost got them into the 8th seed. Okay, so we got to be using strategy this season. So, guys, this is going to be very tough, but we got to use players, assets, draft picks, other stuff to try to get rid of some money, because if we do not, then we are just screwed. No way we can build around Kemba this offseason. The first thing we see is Nicholas Batum's awful contract. It's just terrible. We got to find a team that is willing to take that on, and no one's just going to take it on straight up. You're going to have to attach something to it, right? So, unfortunately for us, we could either choose to use the draft, but Batum's contract runs then this season and next season, which is how much time I have to do this rebuild. So if I were the Hornets in real life, maybe I would just draft. That's fine. But since I only have 2 seasons, or 3 seasons usually, first season being the season that I just showed you, I only have 2 more seasons left, and Batum's contract runs through. I got to find a way to get rid of him. So Nicholas Batum, and we're going to have to attach our 15th pick for him, and we got to get rid of Batum. So we got to find a way to get rid of him. So let's go look out there what's available. Chandler Parsons, absolutely not. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Mitchell Robinson, and a first-round pick. Evan Fournier and DJ Augustine, Tim Hardaway, and Courtney Lee. Etwan Moore and a 21st-round pick. Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby. Blazers, Damian Jones. So I could see a rebuilding team taking a like this trade. Tristan Thompson and Jordan Clarkson, they're both expiring deals. They would kill us this offseason, but they would both expire after the season. It's a little bit more help, I think, in my opinion, but how much is it? Tristan Thompson is decent. Give him Devontae Graham, a first-round pick, and Batum, and they take on his horrible contract. This is looking like the most realistic trade thus far, but I'll look further. Bam Adebayo and Kelly Olynyk. Bogdan Bogdanovic is a pretty nice one as well, but I just don't see the Kings taking the Knicks. I don't see taking Nicholas Batum. Magic, I don't see that either, although it is the Magic, you never know. And plus Evan. So the best trade I saw, the most realistic trade that I saw, was this Cavs trade. We're going to be taking Clarkson and Tristan Thompson's contract, and they're going to get Batum, first round pick, and Devontae Graham. So Honestly, it's not a terrible trade. It gives us a little bit more around Kemba, but like I said, it's not the best either. So kind of setting up towards next season. Clarkson and Tristan Thompson, not bad. We get rid of Batum's awful contract. That's why I had to attach the first round pick with it. I know you don't usually trade a first round pick for Tristan Thompson and Jordan Clarkson, but to get rid of Batum's contract, you got to do stuff like that. Now, Cody Zeller's contract is next. Now, I don't know what I want to attach to him fully yet, but I might have to attach Malik Monk or Miles Bridges to him, unfortunately. I don't know yet, but maybe I can get away with getting 2 second round picks attached to him and get rid of him that way, because he has had a decent season. But let's go see if anybody would want a Cody Zeller out there. So Cavaliers, we can do business with them again. They give us John Henson and Dellavedova, and we give them 3 second round picks, and they take all of our money. Or like I said, I know the Cavs have been stocking up on draft picks, so I could see them doing this. I could go for this trade. Basically, I would be setting up for next season, honestly. Lakers, Augustine, Justin Jackson, Farouk, Juan, Selena Gomez, the Pacers, Pelicans. We take on Solomon Hill, Etuan Moore, OG Anunoby, Bertans. Like I said, this is a realistic rebuild. I knew this was going to be hard, man. I knew this was going to be tough. The Warriors, I think, yes, the Bucks. I think the Cavaliers makes the most sense in this scenario as well. But I could see, like I said, I could have saw the Pelicans doing this trade as well. I'm going to go with the Cavs again. So we get 2 expiring deals. So basically, when we look at it, we're trading, well, let's try not to trade 3 second round picks. Let's just do 1. Okay, they want 3 second round picks. But we get rid of Cody Zeller's contract. I mean, it's not terrible. I think I'll live with it for this season. We'll see how we'll live with it. So we have 2 second round picks. Cody Zeller will probably come off the bench for Tristan Thompson, I guess. Hopefully we let's see what else is gonna happen. So we can skip over the NBA draft. Then for rookie signing, we got Matur Maker. Is that Thonmaker's little brother? I'm not gonna worry about signing either of these guys. I don't think. Cam Johnson. Yeah, because even if I send him to the G League, it's not gonna matter. Player options: Tony Parker, no, and then MKG accepts his bad contract. Marvin Williams and Bismack Biyombo are back as well, which is even more awesome. And then we got Willie Hernangomez. I'm not bringing you back. Dwayne Bacon was supposed to be pretty good, but I haven't heard anything about him. Like I said, this is like not good at all for the Hornets. And then we got Frank Kaminsky. I'm not interested in bringing him back personally, but I can see the Hornets trying to bring him back. But yeah, just awful. Negative 44.22 million. It's just bad. So Kim Walker and Jeremy Lamb were the most talented players on this roster last year, I think. I'm gonna renounce everybody besides us. I'm gonna renounce Jeremy Lamb's too, but we gotta get Kemba back. That's for sure. But I mean, if we get Kemba back, we can sell to him. You know, get rid of Batum's horrible contract, and then if we got rid of some of these other contracts, we're gonna have all the money in the world to sign people in 20. Although the next free agency isn't as great, to try to get more talent that way. So I'm gonna go ahead. Bismack Biyombo. So like this first off season, it's really like I said, it's not really gonna matter because we're not gonna have a ton of money. Cody Zeller's contract, we're going to have to just pay Cody Zeller and Malik Monk and Miles Bridges next year, and I'm totally okay with that being it. If we can get Kemba here as well, also that's even better. So what's that? Kemba Walker, obviously we want to get him back. We're gonna give Kemba Walker the absolute max contract because I think that's the only way he stays with Charlotte. And a no trade. Actually, I'm not gonna give him a no trade. Well, I think I'm gonna keep him throughout the video, so I'm just gonna give him a no trade clause. That way I secure him for sure. Kemba Walker, welcome back to Charlotte. Although I think you should go somewhere else in real life personally. I'm gonna bring you back for this video, but let's just make sure we get Kemba. That's like my main thing. I want to make sure I get Kemba Walker back. So we get Kemba, which is what I wanted bad. So Kemba Walker, Jordan Clarkson, Malik Monk, Miles Bridges, Dwayne Bacon, MKG, Marvin Williams, Tristan Thompson, Cody Zeller. So basically we have we just need kind of a backup point guard. If that, I could get Jeremy Lamb back if he's still out here. I doubt he might be gone though. Yeah, he's probably gone. Backup, I'll just go for a backup point guard. Tony Parker still wants to play. That's interesting. I could have just re-signed Tony Parker, I guess. but it's all good. So I'm gonna re-sign, or I'm gonna sign. You know what? Why not? I'll sign Isaiah Thomas off the bench for 1 season. Why not? What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? So Isaiah Thomas is going to be off the bench. So this first season, like I said, not very good, but we're holding out till next free agency. Hopefully next free agency treats us well. We're gonna have to be very aggressive, try to pick our spots as much as possible. But the good thing is a lot of these contracts do expire after this season, which is awesome. I'm probably just gonna let all of these guys walk. I mean, none of them are really that tradable. I mean, MKG, maybe you could get a second round pick for him, but Malik Monk and Miles Bridges are definitely staying on this roster, I think. And then, yeah, so it should be interesting for sure what Charlotte wants to do, but I don't know, man. Nicholas Batum's contract definitely had to go. That was for sure. So we probably might be a lottery team. I don't know yet. I know Kemba Walker re-signing here. We probably need to be aggressive. Try to get another star here eventually. So that's what we need to do, obviously. But so I guess we could try. Let's stop right now and try to attempt to get somebody that's going to help Kemba Walker right now, because this roster, as it is constructed, Clarkson and Tristan Thompson are not bad pickups for 1 season, but they're not pickups that are going to be like, oh yeah, this team is about to be scary. But so Kemba obviously needs some help. MKG's contract, 25 years old, still not really where I want it to be, but Bismack, I'm so glad he's going to expire after this season. Like, terrible, man. Orlando Magic gave him that terrible contract. Marvin Williams, 34 years old. Dwayne Bacon, I could probably send him to the G League. If I think he expires after the season, so I can't because he won't resign. So let's see if it is possible to get MKG and let's say like Dwayne Bacon or something. I don't know. Let's see if there's something out there. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Allen Williams. I just don't think this roster is capable enough to pull off a big trade right now. So I'm probably just gonna stick with the cards. Just see what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead, simulate to the end of next season. Let's see how well the team does. I'm not expecting to make the playoffs, but next offseason is where we're going to get very aggressive. Started simulating the playoffs because we went 41-41. So I was like, okay, we're probably the 7th or the 8th seed. And I'm like, we didn't make the playoffs. But if you look closely, we went 41-41 and we're the 3rd seed. So I don't know what was going on, but just horrible. That's just horrible. I don't understand how, yeah, this Eastern Conference was just bad. I mean, Milwaukee went 39-43. Orlando went just Philadelphia. I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't know. If you do my league rebuilds, you kind of notice sometimes the records are so down and somehow you still make the playoffs. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, but we went 25-16 at home and 16-25 on the road. Like I said, we're the 3rd seed, so I don't know. Kind of weird. I don't know. It's weird. Actually, it says I guess it doesn't really. Well, whatever. So we're the 3rd seed. I'll take that. We're facing Cleveland in the first round. Player stats. We got Kemba Walker averaging around 21 points per game. Jordan Clarkson had 17, which is pretty nice. Malik Monk 14.5. Miles Bridges with 14. Isaiah Thomas had 13.5 off the bench. Actually, not too bad. Might have to resign him. Not too bad at all. MKG. I think if Isaiah Thomas went to Charlotte off the bench, I think he could be free. I think he could do whatever the hell he wanted. I mean, not a whole lot going on in Charlotte. So we are going to go up 3-2. Hopefully we do. Are we going to win in 6 games? We do. So Kemba is getting a taste of the second round at least. So we can take that away from this season. So I don't know, man. Kind of a weird season. 41-41 does not get you into the playoffs. Well, I mean, maybe in the East it gets you the bottom seed, but not the 3rd seed. 41-41 will never get you the 3rd seed in any conference that I can imagine. So I don't know, man. That was just weird. So Houston and Memphis. Memphis is in the finals. How are they in the Western Conference Finals? I'll have to look because that doesn't make a lot of sense. Boston wins in 7. No, Rockets win in 7. So let me see what the Grizzlies are looking like. Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson. It's not a bad roster. But this free agency is where we get better. So I'm excited. League meetings. Go ahead and read now. Make sure nothing gets accepted here. Staff signing. I think I'm going to go ahead and fire James Barengo, although he could be pretty good for the Hornets going forward. I'm going to fire him, and then I'm going to get... Okay, he's definitely not going to sign that, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll just let them sign somebody. All right, for NBA draft, we got the 20th pick, 2 second-round picks. This is where we use... I think we got to use the 20th pick to get rid of Cody Zeller. I think this offseason we got to be aggressive. So I did re-sign Bismack Biyombo because he's 27 years old. For 3.70 mil is not bad to re-sign Bismack Biyombo for, because I mean that's not a bad backup center to have by any means. It's not like Bismack Biyombo is a horrible player. It's just 17. He's not worth 17 million a year. That's just ridiculous. But I need a team that is willing to take on Cody Zeller in the 20th pick. Cody Zeller is a decent player, so it's not like he's horrible. And this Stanley Johnson trade is looking actually pretty good. We swap first rounders. They take Cody Zeller. We get TJ McConnell as well. We take Beverly. I'll even take Beverly. First round pick swap. Not to the Raptors. Carmelo on the Wizards. I kind of liked that Stanley Johnson one. I think this one is kind of somewhat realistic. So we'll do this trade. And Stanley Johnson might flip him right away. Don't tell me you can't do that. Well, he's a 77 overall. He's not terrible. I'll keep him. 7.80 mil is not bad for a backup, so I'll keep him. So we got rid of Cody Zeller's contract, which was the important part. We freed up some money. We're going to go ahead and not re-sign any of those guys. And Blake Monk, Miles Bridges, welcome back to the team. And once we renounce everybody, I'm not going to worry about Dwayne Bacon coming back, to be honest with you. Once we try to, well, Bismack, no, I'm not worried about you. Once we renounce everybody, we should have a lot of money, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to just renounce everybody out here. I'm not worried about bringing any of these guys back. Maybe Isaiah Thomas I'd bring back, but it's not like I want to bring them back totally. So 52.29 million in cap space in this free agency period. We got Kemba Walker as our point guard. We got to build around Kemba, maximize his strengths. We all know Kemba likes to have the ball in his hands. Kemba could play off ball a little bit, though, so maybe another playmaker here wouldn't be terrible. But we have some solid backups, that's for sure. We do. We have some solid backups. Stanley Johnson, if it becomes a problem. I mean, I don't mind Miles Bridges starting, to be honest. And Blake Monk, I don't mind starting either. But center position and the power forward position. Center, I know I can get a good center in this free agency class because there is some nice centers out here. We go for Marc Gasol, who they were well, never mind, he's not even out here. Hassan Whiteside is the most expensive option. We got Montrezl Harrell. I think Hassan Whiteside makes a ton of sense because I don't think there's any team out there. Charlotte would be one of those teams that are desperate enough to get a center like Hassan Whiteside, right? Because there's a lot of teams that may not be interested in Hassan Whiteside anymore, just based off his production lately with the Miami Heat. Now he's coming off the bench for him. So I think Miami or Hassan Whiteside and Charlotte could be a match made in heaven. So let's see what offer he got. He got 1 year from the Clippers, $8.33 million. Wow, that is low ball. So if he's getting offers like that, I think we could possibly try to lowball him a little bit. So let's try for 25 million a year. Let's try that, and then we'll give him 2 years. 2 years, 25 million a year, and we'll see how it goes. And maybe even 3 years, and then a player option on that. Let's go 2 years. 2 years, 25 mil, straight up. I think that's a pretty good offer for Hassan Whiteside. So we'll try that. So Hassan Whiteside will come be our starting center right away. We need a better power forward, so let's go do that. Power forward, Siakam. We can even get Dario Saric. MKG, definitely not getting MKG. Bertans spaces the floor the most. I'm gonna try to get him for anything, and then I wouldn't mind Dario Saric either as my starter at all. So it's Saric, and let's try Saric and Bertans. Let's try to get all three of these guys. Hassan Whiteside, Davis Bertans, and Dario Saric. I think those are some pretty good signings, if you ask me, to get Kemba some talent around him. So let's do that. Kemba Walker, very looking good. Power forward position is settled. Center position is settled now. Small forward position could be better. But let's go get some backup guards. I would not mind Isaiah Thomas once again. So if he's still out there, I might go get him. Like I said, we could. How much money we got? 7.21 mil. So we can just get some backups now. Isaiah Thomas, yes, I would love to bring you back, man. 2-year deal. I think this is a great situation for Isaiah Thomas to be in. Off the bench. I love it. So let's get Isaiah Thomas back. Shooting guards. We can get like Brent Forbes off the bench. Wayne Ellington, Eric Gordon, just a simple shooter would be fine. So let's go Eric Gordon. I'll get him. Okay, Eric Gordon, because I almost died. I don't know why, but I wanted Isaiah Thomas so badly. So shooting guards, maybe we don't even need to get a shooting guard. Well, we have a 9-man rotation. We got Kemba, Isaiah Thomas now, Malik Monk, Miles Bridges, Stanley Johnson. Yeah, we have a 9-man rotation right here. So this is not bad, if you ask me. For a realistic rebuild, I think I was as real as possible. And this looks pretty good. So let me know what you guys think. Stanley Johnson, probably the weakest part of this team, I think. If I could get maybe better backup small forward, I'll try for it. Mark Carroll, Lance Stevenson. Lance and Charlotte did not work out well, so I won't go for that. Dougie McBuckets. I will sign him for 1 year. Why not? See if he'd be better suited to come to this team. So we'll do that. So pretty good, I think. Pretty good offseason for Charlotte for me. I think not bad at all. So Kemba goes up 2. Hassan Whiteside up 2. Hassan Whiteside and Charlotte, I think, would be a match made in heaven, especially if they are able to keep Kemba Walker. Just because, you know, you want to put as much talent around Kemba. I think Hassan Whiteside, if you let Hassan Whiteside do his thing, I think maybe he could still be successful in this league. It's just Miami doesn't seem to want to play him. And that could be for a lot of reasons. I mean, some people may say effort. Some people say it's just the way the NBA has gone away from his style of the game. I don't know. I still like Hassan Whiteside in my opinion, but I'm going to give Blake Monk some untapped potential since he is going to be our starting shooting guard. But really like this team and not bad at all. Really like it. So Michael Stoffer is about to be our coach, but not an 11-man rotation. We're just going to run 9. And we got Kemba, Malik Monk, Miles Bridges, Dario Saric, Hassan Whiteside, Davis Bertans, Isaiah Thomas off the bench, Bismack, and Stanley Johnson. I'll leave it. I don't know if I'd rather have Dougie McBuckets or Stanley Johnson, but you know what? It's whatever. So, not bad at all. I like this. It's pretty good roster, I think. So, if we don't make the playoffs with this roster and we made the playoffs last year as a 3rd seed, it'd be kind of weird, but I'm going to simulate this last season. See how it goes. Hopefully we make the playoffs. This last season we did not make the playoffs, but guys, it's all right. I mean, not a big deal. I think we constructed this team to where it could somewhat be successful. We got Kemba to stay. We built a decent team around Kemba. It's not bad. We got what we could with the cards that we were dealt, I would say, because I mean, like I said, this was going to be a tough rebuild, realistic rebuild. I knew it was going to be when it coming in. And I think we did a decent job. Here are the player stats. You know, Hassan Whiteside 12, 11, and about 3 blocks a game. Isaiah Thomas had, 15.6 off the bench, which isn't too bad. Malik Monk had 16, and Kemba with 23. I mean, not terrible at all by any means, but maybe I should have played Dougie McThunderbuckets over Stanley Johnson. Maybe that's the reason. I mean, Crispy probably would tell me that's the reason I didn't make the playoffs, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'll go ahead and simulate these playoffs. That way you guys can see who win the championship. We can sit back, relax, watch who wins it together, see what happens. And I'm going to say we got, let's probably go with Philly. I bet the Knicks have Zion. So Zion's going to be in the finals. That's obvious. So New York's going to beat Philly. Watch. Just watch. Because I'm going to guess they have Zion. Because whenever you get Zion, you win a championship somehow. Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe not. All right, so Philly and Lakers? Nope, Philly and Houston just like last year. And this time around, Philly is going to win. So, anyways, guys, appreciate you guys so much for watching. You guys have been delightful lately. Your guys' support has been overwhelming at best. It's been amazing what you guys... I don't know, your guys' comments have been making me happy. You guys' support. This channel is just, like, starting to come together, I feel like. So, thank you guys. This is Crushfuls, and I'm saying peace.